how to set up your Think or Swim account. If you're completely new to this software, this video will be perfect for you. As well, if you're an experienced trader like myself and you just want to know exactly how I customize and set up my own trading platform, I'm going to go into that. So sit back, grab a coffee, and let's get started. So you're just going to start by logging into your Thinkorswim app. This is how it's going to look if you're a complete newbie, if you have never opened up this program before. We are currently in simulation trading right now because I've never set this up. So the first thing that you're going to see is that it's going to say simulation trading, or if you're on your real one, it's going to say, I think it's going to say active trading. The biggest thing to look for first is right here. Delayed data. So that means that every single chart that you're going to see, every single candle is going to be delayed 20 minutes. We want to get rid of that. So the easiest way to do it is go up here to support, click live support, create support, department. I just picked general, and then you're just going to type real, well, I don't know how to spell, real time data. There we go. And then you're just going to say like, hey, can I please get real time data? Hit create request. I don't need it, but you're going to need that if you want to actively trade. Okay. So you can see here, if you're doing simulated trading, it's going to tell you how much fake money you have. If you have a real account, it's going to tell you how much money you have in there. Now, I'm kind of weird and I like to set my stuff up in a certain way. So the first thing is I'm going to drag this not all the way because see, that'll close it. I'm going to drag it to the smallest it can be because I do use this window a lot. Just I want to see what I'm trading. So the first thing I do is come up to here, hit charts. So now this is going to give you your first chart setup. I'll get into it, but I use 2 of them. You could set up, I think like 30 screens or something. We're going to keep 1 for now. I come up here, close this. This is all live news. Now, I don't really use it unless I'm, looking or deep diving a company for the long term, and I want to see if there's any recent news on it. But overall, I don't really care. I don't really use it. I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna hit delete gadget. If you want to keep it, you can. I'm just setting it up the way. For some reason that didn't work. I don't know. There we go. I don't use Trader TV. Don't really care about that. We will use the watch list and quick charts. Quick charts is just like if you want to have a small chart going on in the background here, I feel like it's pointless. So I don't really do that. So we're going to delete this. So now the only thing that you have is your accounts and your watch list. And this is how I like it, right? So let's see if I can actually, okay, this is not attached to my other account, so I can't pull my other watch list up. Now, as far as watch list considers, and I'll go over in the future, like I'll make a whole video on how I make watch lists. Normally what I do is I have a main watch list with like every single stock that I know of that I would trade. Usually it's like 500 to maybe 1,000, maybe not that big actually, probably 500 max. Then I have long-term trades, like long-term investments that I would potentially get in if the price was right. Then I have speculative long-term investments that I would get in if the price is right, which I don't usually look at them every day. That's like a monthly thing. And then I have active. So what I am actually looking at for the week or the day, or what I am actually trading. So right now, let's just make an active watch list. So you're going to come here, you're going to hit active, save. So now we created a new watch list. Awesome. You can come over and let's say we want to trade AMD. Okay, there we go. Let's say we actively are going to trade AMD. Let's say that we want to actively trade SPY. What else? Skyworks Solutions. I'm actually trading Chewy right now. And we'll say Boeing. So say this is everything that we're looking at. So as you can see right now on the watch list, you have symbol, you have last, you have net change, bid, and ask. I don't care about any of that. So what I'm going to do is click this little wheel here. I'm going to hit customize. I'm going to come here. I'm going to hit remove. The only thing I want right now is symbol. So get rid of net change, get rid of bid, get rid of ask. What I am going to do is come over here and hit percentage change. Boom. So now we just have the symbol and the percentage change. Hit OK. And this is how I like to have it set up. So usually I have it alphabetical, which if you click once, it'll give you it alphabetically. And if you hit it again, it'll give you opposite alphabetically. The other thing you can do is say very quickly you hop on in the morning or you're doing some technical analysis. You can say, all right, what is currently up the most and what is down the most? If you click where it says percent change, it'll give you what is up the most on a percentage basis. And if you click it again, it'll give you what is down the most. So this is how I have it set up. And then what I'll normally do, like I said, I'll come down here and you can hit plus. That's the plus sign to add any of these gadgets, or I call them widgets. To say if you want to put something else back up. But I'm going to hit watch list, come up here. Click where it says active, come down, and let's say you want to delete it, you can do that. Or say you want to create another one, you can just hit create watch list. And let's just say it's main watch list. There we go. Now, same thing, you would hit this little cog, hit customize, get rid of all this junk, add percentage change, and we're good. And then what I'll do, say you're a complete beginner and you've never used this software, you don't even know what stocks to do. One way that you can, start is just by going on Robinhood or something and typing like top 100 stocks that are being traded right now. Then you can go through and you can add every single one of them. So let's just say, we're going to add Amazon. We're going to add Netflix. We're going to add just the FANG. We're going to add, Microsoft's not FANG, but we'll add it because I like Microsoft. We're going to add Apple. And then we're going to add Google. And I don't know if I missed any. Whatever. So that's what we're going to end up doing. These are all the stocks we have. Now, one cool thing that you can do is you can actually drag and drop, and it will show you the chart. Now, one of the biggest things, when you start here, you're going to have candlesticks, and then you're going to have volume. The indicators that I use, and I'll get into them right now, are the 3 SMAs. I also use an estimated moving average. I use an RSI and a MACD. But one of the first things I want you to do is come up to this cog, click it. You're going to come down here on the general tab and you're going to hit overlap volume, hit apply. Now all that did was put the volume in the background of the main candlestick chart. And this is important because, as you see, we're going to have a couple more indicators down here, and I don't like having too many in one area because it really squishes the display. And then what I'm going to do is come to time access, expansion area, and I'm going to hit 50. Now this is going to add 50 candle slots. See how that moved it over? I mean, you could do 500. That's stupid though, in my opinion. You could do 0, which is default, but I don't like that I can't scroll over here. I don't like that because I want to be able to pull it out a bit and kind of especially when you're drawing charts, I want to see if I'm creating this pattern, how is it going to look in the future? So, because the point is even though it's hard, we're trying to predict the future. Now, the other thing is you're going to come up here before you start, you're going to hit drawings, and you're going to go down to tools, and you're going to click this. This is going to be your trend line tool. I use this for everything. This is basically my main tool. I love it because not only can, you can draw trend lines, which is nice and very important for charting. But the other thing I like is that you can actually see with this trend line tool, say we want to see how much of a move up this was. You can click where you want to start, and then you can drag up. You can see here, I can't show you with the pointer because it'll move it, but you can see it says the length of that move was 142 days or 99 bars. It was a 28.5% move, and it was $483.49 share price move within that 142 days. And I really like that, especially for day trading, because you're going through and you're looking at a lot of companies, right? And let's say, I don't have any indicators right now, but let's say that you saw this little flag happening, right? It's got a bull flag. I'll go over different patterns in the future. But let's say you saw this, it was bouncing within the support and resistance, and you're like, okay, I think it's going to break out. It could make a new high, or it might get tested over here. What's that move? That's a 0.83% move. So I like that because on the fly, very quickly, it really helps you determine like, all right, what's the risk versus reward? How long of a time frame was this move? That is what I primarily use. Now, as far as indicators are considered, right? I like, oh, I forgot this is delayed. I was like, what? Like 1,400 hours. That doesn't make sense. So you're going to go up here and hit studies. Okay. Now you're going to go to edit studies. As you can see, we have nothing. I actually have a screenshot here. If it's going to let me pull it over, this is a screenshot of all of the indicators that I use on my main account. So if you want, and you're having trouble setting this up, I'll give you like 2 seconds right now to take a screenshot. All right, there you go. Sorry if you can hear those dogs barking. That's my annoying neighbor. Geez, you could never imagine how hard it is to make a video with those dogs barking all day. But these are the indicators that we're going to set up. And now not all of these indicators are by default, so we are going to have to change them around a bit. The first thing you're going to go in, you're going to type up in this box where it says studies, moving MOV average. Now there's a ton of them. We want moving average exponential. Double click, double click, double click. Remember, I use 3 of them. So we want 3. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I'm having a stroke here. We use 1 moving average. I use 3 SMAs, which is a simple moving average. Now you can see here, it says close 9, 0. You're going to hit edit, and you're going to turn this 9 to a 15. I use a 15 moving average. The next one we're going to look for is the SMA, or the simple, here it is, simple moving average. Click it 3 times because I use 3 SMAs. That's the gold, red, and the gold, red, and the green bars that you see in all of my videos. So the first one is right here. Click the cog, and we want to make this a 200-day SMA. So you're going to come here, you're going to click delete, you're going to put 200. Now, come down to where it says color. You can make it whatever color you want. If you follow my videos, first of all, thank you. Hit that like button and subscribe and share because that really helps this channel. And if you follow me, you might want to make it gold because that's what I make it in all of my videos and all my social media. Make sure it's gold. Make sure it says 200. You can keep everything else the same. Hit OK. Now you're going to come to the next one. You're going to hit the cog. Now remember, I said I use a 200-day, I use a 50-day, and a 15. So the next one, hold on. There we go. The next one is going to be a 100-day moving average. Come down here. Make it green. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Boom. There we go. Now the next one is a 50-day. So you're going to turn that to 50, 50. I use red. Hit OK. Nice. Okay, so now you have all of your estimating moving averages, and you also have all of your simple moving averages. The volume is already a part of it, so we don't have to add volume anywhere. I won't use any other volume indicators. The next is going to be the RSI, or the Relative Strength Index. Regular RSI, and click it. Now it has 14, 70, 30, close, wilders, no. That's default, and that is what I use. The next is your typical MACD. Now, remember, there is no like one RSI, one indicator to rule them all. Plenty of people use different indicators. Some people use VWAPs, which I do if I'm day trading sometimes. I know other people who use like stochastic RSIs. I know people who use Bollinger Bands. There's a ton of different indicators. This is just what I like to use, especially for swing trading, and I will add a VWAP if I'm day trading, okay? So now we have MACD. We are going to change the MACD. So the first number is going to be 6. The next number is going to stay 26. We're going to keep it 9. For average type, we're going to keep it exponential. And then where it says show a breakout signal, we're going to hit yes. That's what we want. And I keep the colors the same. Now you're going to see the screen change. If we did it right, Boom. And there we go. Hit apply, hit OK to save. Now, this is exactly how I have everything set up. The only difference that you'll see, let's just draw a trend line. The only difference you'll see is that I don't have this. I hit it to use anything, to change anything, by the way. So you want to change the color of your 200. You can go over here and you can hit edit. And you can change the color, you can change the length, you can change the style, all that. So the thing that I do is, to get to this, if you see I use gold lines, you can click here, drag out your trend line, right click the trend line, hit edit properties, and then I turn it to gold. You can turn it to whatever you want. You can do style, so it can be like a dotted line, like say you want a dotted line, which I used to use. You can have it, you can have a dotted line if you want. Or what I do is I just keep it the normal line, and then for width I put like 3, because I like to see a thick line when I'm drawing charts. And this is especially like let's see, when I'm doing like a longer time frame, right? Because I like to be able to see all of these different lines. The other thing you can do too, which I used to do, but I don't do anymore, is you see how all of the red candles are filled, and then you have these green candles that are hollow. You can come up here to, if I can remember, style settings, appearance there, and you can hit fill. And so what'll happen is it'll actually fill all of these so that everything's filled. I actually kind of like them not filled, so whatever. It's all personal preference. It's not a big deal. So now the other thing that I do also do that you guys see is I use 2 screens. I used to use 2 screens because I used to trade futures, and I would trade different commodities and things like oil. So let's say, natural gas, you /NG. I don't trade any of this. So I say crap. I don't trade any of this anymore. I really don't like it. A lot of people get started. A lot of people do it because that Ricky Gutierrez kid. So let's say that we have a triple leverage ETF, right? Like you guys. Well, you guys trades off of natural gas. So what I used to do is I would set up 2 charts, because if natural gas goes up, usually you guys is going to go up. Another one would also be like, what is the oil one? CL is oil gush, I think. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Now, whatever. So if you want to trade with 2 screens, you can. I simply always do it now because I like to have the S&P 500 over here, just to kind of like always keep my eye on the market, and I've just gotten used to it. And then maybe say I'm like trading something else, I'll have it over here. Now the thing is, you can have, this is gonna get ridiculous, if you really wanted, you could have, I don't know how anybody ever does this, you can have like, what is this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, you can have 8 rows of 4. I'm terrible at math, but you can have a ton of these. I don't know why you would ever freaking need to do this. The most I've ever used is 3. When you're starting, you might want to use 1. But a good way is, you see how like when we open this over here, now we don't have any of our indicators. I don't even have any of my drawings set up, right? What you're going to want to do is, once you find, and the cool thing is, like if you want to tinker with like different styles, or you want to try different indicators, what I always recommend is take this setup that you have right now that you like, go up to studies, hit save study set. So what I'll do is, I call it perfect, a little egotistical, 250 or 200, 150. So now I know I have my perfect setup with a 200 SMA, with a 100 SMA, and with a 15 SMA. Boom. Now say that like, okay, you want to try, something different. Let's say that you want to come in here and you want to, go to edit, and you want to day trade. All right, well, let's add a VWAP. A VWAP essentially is just a volume weighted, sorry, that's my cell phone. A VWAP is just a volume weighted indicator that helps with day trading. It's just showing you really what the trend is and if something is overbought or oversold. So if it's trading between the top two VWAPs, this is a VWAP. If it's trading between those, it's quote unquote uptrending. When it gets to the top of the VWAP, it's considered overbought. If it's trading between the bottom part of the VWAP, it's considered in a downtrend. When it gets to the bottom VWAP, it's oversold. So a lot of people do that. I don't really use VWAPs anymore. Sometimes when I'm day trading, I will. But now say like you didn't want to have to do that and you just want to be able to switch through them quickly. You can hit save and now you can do 200, 150, and then add VWAP. So just to recap, we essentially came in here. We took everything out that I don't like. We just kept a couple watch lists as well as your account info. We messaged the TD Ameritrade support team to get real data. The other thing is like you can also come over here to monitor, and this is where all of your trades are going to be, but I don't really do that. We also set up all of our indicators. We got our SMA, we got the 50, the 100. Oh, I actually forgot to show you. So if you come here and you hit load study, you will see these. Boom. And now everything is already done. The only thing you have to do now, and you can actually see here why I do this. See how much better the volume looks when it's overlaid as opposed to this. So you do have to do that again. You do have to right click. I'm sorry, having a stroke again. You got to come back up here, click the little wheel, hit overlap volume, and you have to also time access 50. And you have to do that with every single window you create. It does become a hassle. Jeez, Boeing is ripping. I'm in Boeing. So, all right, that's great. I'm happy about that. So, all right, guys. If you have any questions, comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe. I want to thank you guys so much. When I started this like 2.5, 3 months ago, my goal was to have 1,000 subs by the end of 2020. We're getting into the third now. It's March 2nd. We're only 3 months into this and we're already at like 650 subscribers. Like that is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Linked below will be my free intro to the stock market course. It's not a lie. No, I don't know. I can't say bullshit. I said it. Whatever. It's no bullshit. It's 100% free. Check it out. If you do want to be a part of my private stock market membership group, if you do want to be a part of my private stock market membership group, it will be linked below. As a part of that, it's $30 a month. You get unlimited access to me on the private Discord as well as my community. I give out every single trade that I'm taking, that I'm looking at, any investment that I'm really interested in, any of your, tickers or trades or investments that you want me to look at. I'm always there to look at that for you. As well, you get access to any course that I have up on the platform right now, as well as any course that I come out with. I'm doing about one a month right now because I really want them to be the highest of quality for you guys. So if you want to be a part of that, link down below, $30 a month, probably going to go up to $50 a month if you're watching this in June. And then maybe by the end of the year, 100. So hopefully you take advantage of it now. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I'll see you guys.